Hello, it's James here, your go-to solar energy expert, and welcome to another episode of Q&A Tuesday. I know there's a lot of misconception and misinformation about solar, and my goal with these Q&A Tuesday episodes is to educate homeowners just like you so you can make the best decision for your particular situation. In this episode, we have a question from Robert, and his question is, Hi James, I live in California and my local utility company is pg&e. Can you please compare the differences between the pg&e rate structure versus the solar rate structure, and overall how I save money by going solar? Hey Robert, thank you for submitting your question. The best way I think I'll be able to explain this to you is if I drew it out side by side with my electronic whiteboard. So let's go ahead and jump over there, but before we do, just a quick disclaimer, I am not an artist, so I'm gonna do the best I can to draw this out for you. So let's go ahead and jump over there now. For this demonstration, I'm gonna be using pg&e. PG&E is a local utility company out here in California. And pg&e has 4 tiers, right? So depending on where you're at in the country, your tier structure may change a bit, right? So maybe you will only have 2 tiers, or probably 3 tiers, or probably you even have 4 tiers. So it's going to change a bit depending on where you're at in the country. But keep in mind that the model is going to be the same, right? Whether you have 2 tiers, whether you have 3, or whether you have 4. So with a local utility company, basically how it works is the more energy you use, the higher your bill goes up, right? So the first tier is what I call the teaser rate, which is actually a pretty good rate. They're gonna start you off right around 18 cents per kilowatt hour, right? So once you consume all this energy for tier number 1, they're gonna actually bump you up to tier 2, which is now gonna be 22 cents per kilowatt hour. Same exact situation. So once you consume all this energy at tier 2, this is when your bill starts really going up. And at tier 3, they're going to charge you at right around 28 cents per kilowatt hour. For the remaining of the billing period, you're going to be right around 35 cents per kilowatt hour. And if you added up all the tiers and divided by 4, your average is right around 26 cents per kilowatt hour. Keep in mind that the local utility, doesn't matter where you're at in the country, their prices increases right around 4 to 6% every single year, whether you like it or not. So the way you're going to save money with solar, and keep in mind this is only for demonstration purpose, if you're able to lock in your rate at 18 cents per kilowatt hour, right? And this is not far off. I mean, some solar companies are very close to this rate. You'll be able to lock in that rate for the entire month, meaning that tier 2 it's going to be at 18 cents. Tier 3, it's going to be at 18 cents. And tier 4, it's going to be at 18 cents. And keep in mind, with this rate, you're actually locking it in at a fixed rate. There's no increase for this particular option. Keep in mind, there's a bunch of options out there, but for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you guys the fixed rate. So keep in mind, for the term of the contract, whether it's 20 to 30 years, you're locking in this rate at 18 cents per kilowatt hour. Versus if you stay with a local utility company, which is the dirtier energy, they're going to sell you the energy at 26 cents on average, and their increases at 4 to 6% every single year. So you're probably concerned about the term of the contract. You probably say, you know what, 20 to 30 years, that's a very long time. And that's definitely understandable. But let me ask you this question. How long are you planning to purchase electricity for, or how long are you planning to use electricity for? If you answered forever, and I think all of us will answer pretty much forever, would you rather pay 26 cents per kilowatt hour, which is the dirtier energy, at a 4.6% increase, or would you rather pay it at 18 cents fixed for 20 to 30 years? So that's the question that you need to ask yourself is, you know what, yeah, it is a long-term commitment, but you're actually saving money instead of spending more money for dirtier energy. So here is 26 cents per kilowatt hour with a local utility company, and with solar it's at 18 cents. So that's about 8 cents per kilowatt hour that you're saving. So I know this 8 cents doesn't look much right now, but once I break this down, I'll show you guys exactly as far as the dollar amount, how much this 8 cents will be. I think you guys are gonna all install solar as soon as you guys see this breakdown. So let me go ahead and show you guys that. Okay, so we said the utility company will sell us the energy right around 26 cents per kilowatt hour. And for solar, it's right around 18 cents. Right? So for a baseline, we're going to say that you consume about 1,500 kilowatt hour of energy in a month. And we're just going to use this as a baseline. And this number is not uncommon, right? There are a lot of homeowners that's consuming this much energy. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down a utility company first. So for the utility company, if they're selling you energy at 26 cents per kilowatt hour, times the amount of energy that we're using is 1,500 kilowatt hour, this is going to be right around $375. So as far as solar, they're going to sell you the energy at 18 cents per kilowatt hour, and same amount of energy being used at 1,500 kilowatt hour, it's going to be $270. Meaning that if you installed solar, you would save $105 every single month for cleaner energy. So you're gonna save $105 every single month. And then imagine what can you do with $105? That's a lot of money. I mean, if you have a family, you can actually take the kids out to watch a movie or maybe grab a nice dinner, or you probably could save this for the whole year and take the kids out on vacation. I mean, that's a lot of money that you could actually be saving. So I'm gonna help you understand and grasp how much $105 is, how much savings that is based on a solar term, right? So $105 every single month times 12 months equals $1,260. That's a pretty big chunk of money. So think about this. So if I multiplied the $1,260 that I'm saving by 30 years, you would save a whopping $37,800. $37,800 for a solar system that you paid zero money out of pocket for. Right, so if you guys were thinking earlier, you know, $105 is not really too much. But if you think about it, in a year you're gonna save $1,260, and if you multiply that for a term, for a solar term of 30 years, you're saving $37,800. So say, for example, you're only gonna do a 20-year term. 20 years. You would save $25,200. It's still a huge chunk of money. I mean, what would you do with $25,200? And you know what? Maybe these projections are a little high, and maybe you can only save half of that, right? Say you only can save half of this $37,000. That's over $18,000+. Even if you say, you know what, my projection is I'm only going to save half and determine a contract. That's still $18,000 in your pocket for a system that you paid zero money out of pocket for, right? If it's a 20-year term, you're looking at close to $12,000. That's between $12,000 to $18,000 saved. And keep in mind, I mean, what can you do with that money? I mean, you can probably literally, with this $37,000 here, you could probably help your kids' tuition for college. Or you could buy that car that you always wanted, or whatever else you want to spend that money on. But that's a big chunk of money. That's $37,800 for a system that you paid zero money out of pocket for. So there's 3 ways to get started. The first way is leasing the system. Leasing the system is the most popular option that's available out there right now because it requires literally zero money out of your pocket to get started. Most companies will take care of the inspections, the permit, the city approval, the installation, the maintenance system, and determine a contract. And basically, you're saving money right from day one. The second option is to finance the system. So some companies offer internal financing. If they don't, you would have to go to your local bank and finance the system. The third and final option is to purchase the system outright. So basically, what you're doing is you're writing a check or you're paying out of your Visa card, right? And these are the three options. If you want to learn more about your solar options, make sure you watch my other video where I dive in deeper and explain more in depth of each of the solar options. So that concludes this video. Hopefully I was able to answer your question. But before you take off, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get all my videos as I release them. If you want to dive in deeper to learn all your solar options, or you just have more questions, be sure to head on over to my blog at www.jamesthesolarenergyexpert.com. And while you're there, please be sure to sign up for a free personalized solar quote that we're going to go over together so you know exactly how much money you can save if you install solar on your home. Also be sure to download your free ebook. It's a gift from me to you just for stopping by. And in the ebook, I'll show you exactly how you can make basic to advanced upgrades to make your home more energy efficient to save even more money on your energy bill. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.